Hey there, friends. Hello. I'm Lynn Lindberg, your host of the Health and Fitness Motivation Podcast. And today we are going to take a break from our Get Organized series, which we've got going on. You got to check it out if you haven't already. Just go back and listen to a few episodes around this one, and you'll see a whole bunch of them that start with the words Get Organized. Definitely want to hear all those. But it is the time for us at the end of every month. We take a look at planning for the next month. So that's what this episode is today. And here's what we are going to do. You ever look at a month coming ahead and you tell yourself, I really want to make this month a really great month. Like, I'm going to get my act together. I'm going to get my health and fitness going. I'm going to. Yep. And then you get distracted, and next thing you know, you're back to work, you're watching Netflix, you're petting the dog, whatever. And that great aspiration that you had, that was a really good one. And all those ideas you had about helping to get your health and fitness going is just kind of like, whoop, out the window. We don't mean to do this. It's not intentional. There's nothing wrong with us. We're humans. And this is kind of how it goes and how it rolls. So that's why we do this monthly planning, because it's one more lever we can do to ensure that the success we want to have actually happens. That's right. Okay, so here we go. Get ready to take some notes and put it down somewhere where you'll see it again. So when it's time to pet the dog, do the dishes, cook dinner, you won't forget about these really great intentions you have for the month of March. Okay. All right, let's get rolling. March is a magical month. March magical month. Wow, I just made that up. MMM. It's the triple M month. Okay, I'm pretty proud of myself. I actually just made that up. Okay, I know. I'm a dork. I digress. Here we go. This is why March is magical. Wow, my brain. It's magically delicious. Okay, back on track, Lynn. Jeez. Okay, March is magical. Now I've got the giggles because for most of us, for a lot of us, March is the month where the weather, I'm here in the Seattle area, where the weather goes from totally crappy to actually somewhat doable. It's the time when it's easier to get outside. The days are longer. I mean, I'm still waking up and it's still dark in Seattle till 7 o'clock right now at the end of February. Cannot wait until that changes. March is when the weather gets better, but in Seattle, the weather sometimes gets better and sometimes it rains like hard the entire month of March. So here's where the planning comes. We need to plan around this. So what you need to do is take a look at your region. Where do you live? Where will you be? Or if you're traveling in the month of March, take a look. You may have 2 time zones or 2 regions you need to look at. Look at that weather. What does it typically do for your area in March? And then plan for it. Part of the reason we've got to plan for it is because the weather is changing. And anytime something in our life changes, good or bad, positive or negative, or maybe just neutral, who cares? It's just a change. Every time something in our life changes, that screws up our fitness routines. It screws up our, what makes the lifestyle part of health and fitness just roll along by itself. It's like, we got to look at it again. Every change, like, okay, in the winter, I finally got figured out that I'm doing my exercise inside and I liked my hot yoga. That's not me. Maybe that's you. And now the weather's, getting warmer and I want to be outside, but it's raining, but I need to get my raincoat. Where's that raincoat? Does my raincoat even fit me anymore? So this is what we're going to do. So you pull out your calendar, make a plan for the entire month of March. This might take you half hour, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. For the entire month of March, what is your exercise you're going to do on those days? And what is going to change about your exercise in March? And what equipment or gear do you need to set yourself up for success. So maybe you have a pair of shoes that you can take outside to walk in that can get muddy and wet, but maybe you need 2 pairs of those shoes so one pair can dry off while you use the other one. So start thinking about that for yourself. Put it down in your calendar. And then, of course, our typical, right? What other holidays do you have in March? What other birthdays do you have in March? What are other things that get in your way? Spring's coming. Maybe you're going on a spring break vacation. How are you going to get your exercise in during all those days that we typically excuse as like, it's a special day. I don't need to, right? Okay, so that's March for us today, friends. And I tell you, I'm really, really looking forward to this March because I really hope the world is going to open up more and more, and we'll be able to do more and have more options. And that'll just make it so much easier for us. So there's your task. Tomorrow we'll take a look at the top 10 tips from episodes in the month of February. And then we'll get back to our Get Organized series, and we'll finish that up in the month of March. Alrighty, friends, if you are new to Couch to Active, that's the mothership that supports this podcast, head on over to our website, couchtoactive.com. And right there on the homepage, you'll see the first step waiting there for you. It's free. It's a great get started resource. And then you'll see the second step there. And then you'll see the services we offer, like group fitness, personal training. And I specialize in working with folks who have chronic illnesses or individuals who are blind. And maybe you have both, maybe you don't. But we're all a really great team together. All right, so head on over there at couchtoactive.com.